Survivor, the first mega reality TV show. Beginning as a social experiment, a look into the way that a widely diverse cast of Americans across all walks of life and from all across the country would interact when stranded in the wild for 39 days. Over 44 seasons, Survivor evolved into a fast-paced, strategy-driven game with plenty of deceit, backstabbing, and big moves. While the $1 million prize is awarded to the last player in the game, the true glory comes from not surviving the longest, but surviving the not longest. This is the history of speedrunning Survivor. The rules of Survivor are simple. Two groups of people are stranded on a remote location. These groups of people are called tribes because the network producers found cultural appropriation to be really cool and profitable at the time. The tribes live apart from each other and must survive together with limited supplies. Every few days, the tribes compete in challenges against each other. Sometimes physical, sometimes puzzle-based, and sometimes this shit happened. Winners go back to their camps and chill. Losers go to tribal council with Mr. Jeff, where even more cultural appropriation awaits. Everyone has a nice talk, and at the end of it, everyone votes for someone to go home first. There's more to the game than that, but for speedrunning purposes, that's all we really need to know. So first question, who went home first? Sonia Christopher, an unknown runner, set the first record, going home on the third day. How'd she accomplish this feat? Well, everyone in her tribe really hated ukuleles. So she easily clutched the first world record. She would hold this record one whole season, until Deb Eaton would promptly be voted out in season 2, when everyone found out that she was a cop. And this pattern would continue for another 8 seasons, until Survivor Palau. You see, Jeff Probst partied way too hard right before the season.
Fuck! Yes, guys, I love it. I could do this shit all night. Whoa! Yeah, you know, I was deep into that white stuff, the white stuff in the middle of an Oreo, you know? Like that Weird Al song.
The white stuff.
He had just crashed when all of the contestants showed up to the island. The production, clearly not knowing what the fuck they were doing without Big Daddy Probst, threw them all on the same beach and said, fuck it, we'll figure it out later. 2 days later, when Mr. Jeff finally awoke, he was all like,
guys, what the fuck happened? All of the survivors on the same beach? You didn't put them into their tribes? You didn't fucking tell them anything?
And production was just like, yeah. So Big Daddy Probst said, fuck it, schoolyard pick. And during the schoolyard pick, Jeff got an awful, nasty, horrible idea. Being the legendary bully that he is, Jeff was just like, fuck it, you two last picked, get the frick out of here. And that's how Wanda and Jonathan beat the Survivor speedrun record in only 2 days. But this whole series of events was controversial. This win would always be tainted with the asterisk that is production's lack of forethought. At least they weren't being culturally appropriative, though. Many runners would come and go throughout the years. But without another massive galaxy brain move on production's part, no one else was going to be going home sooner than the 3-day mark. Not even this lady, who at least had this to look forward to after tying the 3-day record.
Carolina, you are the most amazing woman that I've ever met, and
You challenge me.
Slow it down right now. Slow it down.
You drive me nuts, but at the end of the day, you've made me happier than I could ever ask to be. So will you marry me?
Survivor loves blindsiding me.
Look at her face. She is so happy. One runner would even go on to tie this record twice. Francesca Hoagie, along with the help of her closest ally, Special Agent Philip Shepard, was able to persuade the tribe to send her home early both times. At this point, the run was getting pathetic. Anyone and their mother could get this record.
She voted out her mom!
Some people's attempts were so lazy, it was just ridiculous.
I deserve it, buddy. The tribe spoken.
Survivor was deep into what the fan base would call the Dark Ages now, a term that is outdated and actually kind of problematic. People were losing hope in the quality of the show entirely. Viewership was dropping like never before. But then, one runner came in and changed everyone's perception of how to leave the game. Courtney Moon had injured her hand during the first immunity challenge and was pulled from the game before ever making it to Tribal Council. This was the closest anyone had ever come to Wanda and Jonathan's 2-day record. Unfortunately, though, this happened on day 3, and Courtney did not beat their record. But now, at least, players had a new path forward, a new potential strat to a new record after 14 seasons. Unfortunately, though, no one would be able to replicate this tactic for another 13 seasons. Hey guys, quick note. The original plan that I had for this section did not translate well when I first edited it together. This part is about 2 players who got injured pretty seriously. The first, Pat Cusack from season 37, hurt his back on the boat ride back to camp from the first challenge and had to be medically evacuated. The other player is Bruce Perro, who also hurt himself pretty badly and had to be medevaced. So when I got to this point in the video and saw that any way I edited things together here just came across as offensive, I just plain stopped working on this video for a few months because I didn't know how to end it. But then I had an idea. I would ask ChatGPT how to make this section work. And, well, it's a bit unconventional, but I think it works. So let me know what you think. Bruce clutched the record in an astonishing 12 hours. But good old Bruce hadn't had enough. As of the recording of this video, Bruce is scheduled to participate in the next season of Survivor. Who knows how long he will be able to lower his record this time? And that, dear viewers, was the history of Speedrunning Survivor.
We're probably also all gonna have oral herpes.
You know what? Fuck it. You 2 last pick. Get the frick out of here. Oh, fuck. Yes, guys, I love it. I could do this shit all night. Whoa! Hey! Fuck. Yes, guys, I love it. I could do this shit all night. Whoa!